Hello, my friends. What a wonderful weekend we just had here at St. Thomas. An absolutely beautiful weekend of joy, happiness, and behind the scenes, a fair amount of prayer and healing and bringing God's glory to all people. Last night, we were just inspired by Buffalo House, in particular, Nichelle Buffalo, talking about starting a ministry where she thought 25 people, maybe 25 people would enjoy a Thanksgiving meal, and now it's grown into thousands upon thousands of meal, and a system that just totally fills in the gaps in our neighborhoods, in our community, for people who need God's love right now in real time. I'm so grateful for that ministry. I'm grateful for Lenten University. And then yesterday morning, for those who at 10:30, we got to see Will lead worship. I don't think he's led worship before, but you never would have known it. He was right on target. And then Linda gave a beautiful sermon, but she referenced particularly that beautiful painting in our sanctuary about the power of the Holy Spirit. That big image of the power of the dove, that is the Holy Spirit guiding us in ministry. Here at St. Thomas, we are on a movement. Our strategic plan says and calls us, says that God is calling us to have greater community impact, greater inclusivity, and deeper spirituality. That work is ongoing, and you are part of that. We've been here for decades, weeks, or hours. And some of you are hours, so thank you for coming to St. Thomas. Thank you for listening to God calling you into a deep relationship. I am curious, we are curious how you're going to transform our ministry here at St. Thomas. Michelle and her family joined St. Thomas just about the same time my family arrived. And Michelle has been part of that transformation as well. But in particular, in the Warden's video last week, they introduced some of the new leadership teams we're forming so we can be better, more supportive, have greater impact on fulfilling our strategic goals. One of them is the Invite, Welcome, Connect Committee. And in particular, that leadership team is led by Michelle. So Michelle, you're on.
All right. Hi, thank you. So this year, St. Thomas is embarking on an exciting ministry that will teach us and touch every aspect of our church lives together. So the Invite, Welcome, Connect ministry, or IWC, you might hear for short, is all about inviting the community in, ensuring that our newcomers feel welcome, and connecting members to each other and into the life of the church. So in the process, all of us play an important role in this. And this ministry directly fits into St. Thomas's core values of being welcoming, inclusive, prayerful, resilient, and servants. And so this year in January, during the vestry retreat, Canon Mary McGregor came in and led us through some exercises where we brainstormed ideas about how we could, how St. Thomas could implement the concepts of Invite, Welcome, Connect. And some of the ideas will require coordination and funding and administration, and those are things that the IWC leadership team will be considering and suggesting. But the thing that struck me was that so many of the ideas were on a personal level, things that each of us could do as individuals that would help as St. Thomas grows, we can still remain a welcoming church. So as we approach Holy Week, we are going to have services that hopefully will bring in many visitors who are new to St. Thomas. And so we encourage each of you to think about how you can apply the principles of Invite, Welcome, and Connect into your interactions with people who you don't know. And so here are a couple of concrete ideas of what you could do. For Invite, for instance, you could invite a neighbor to a Holy Week service, or invite a family with young children to our pony rides on Palm Sunday.
Pony rides rock! 9:10 a.m. to 10:15 on Palm Sunday morning out in the back parking lot. It was totally a blast last year. Sorry.
Yeah, so and for welcome, it could be something as simple as wearing your name tag and addressing those you don't know by their name.
Whoops, I don't have my name tag on. Sorry.
Or you could take up the challenge of every time you're at church over the next month, introduce yourself to one person you don't know. And for Connect, you could invite a new church friend out for lunch or coffee. This is to help build relationships outside of just Sundays. So these are just a couple of simple things, and we have some more concrete ideas in a document that'll be linked for you. Throughout this process, we invite your ideas on how we can incorporate the principles of invite, welcome, connect into our life at St. Thomas together.
That's awesome. All right, so you've got some action steps. I heard pony rides. Michelle said invite someone to come join us. But more importantly, it's our responsibility as servants of Jesus Christ, as baptized members of this body of Christendom in the Episcopal Church here at St. Thomas, here in Chesapeake, in the Great Bridge area, to invite people into this beautiful thing we're offering. That is a deeper relationship with God. That is hope in times of trial. That is healing when we feel broken and the world feels broken. And an opportunity to discover God's peace, which passes all understanding. Holy Week is coming. We're almost 2 weeks away. And we invite you to go to the website, learn more about it. You'll in fact learn about each and every day during Holy Week and why we do what we do. There's a whole bunch of information about that in there for you. And I want to remind you, if you're feeling new to St. Thomas, like you have no clue my story, and you know I don't know your story, join me this Sunday at 9:10 in my office area. That's in the education area, which means ask and someone will show you where to find me. And we call it Muffins with Mark. And then in April, just to give a little plant a seed, we start Episcopal 101. And that's for anyone who feels new to the Episcopal Church, let alone St. Thomas, or if you need a refresher. Again, all are welcome here at St. Thomas. And we're blessed by your presence. God bless you and have a great week.